Welcome back to Vigor. It's your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. We're back at it once again on Fjellkanten. This is easily the crowd favorite. Easily. But when there's not teams on this map, the map seems to have a different kind of play style. You know what I'm saying? Because when there's teams, you hear everything. But when there's not teams, you gotta pray for some kind of sound and hope that that sound is not somebody prone moving around inside of a bush. You know? But there are different spawns on this map. But let me tell you, this spawn right here, easily the worst possible spawn in the game. Easily. Because I got one guy directly behind me, another guy just over that hill, pretty much at that exit, and hooray, I found a picture, and wouldn't you know it, the freaking cache is right there in front of me. And there's another person in the snow valley behind me and to the right. So you see me here looking behind me to make sure nobody's chasing me. If not, nobody's walking down that hill. Now, I feel comfortable going in this direction because if you all have watched my streams, what's the first thing that I do when I spawn over there? Go for food. And then go in the cavern. So, I feel comfortable walking over to this tree, holding X for about a good 5 seconds, then selecting what's inside the buried cache, you know, the really important stuff. And yes, painkillers are important too, but I don't use them. At least for now. I think I did use them on stream one time. If not, on a video one time. I definitely used them, I know that much. Now, it's interesting that I did not get shot at, let alone spot anybody. But as soon as I say that, there's a person. There is no longer a person. And yes, I am using the M82. And you know, maybe it's just me and my playstyle, but whenever, okay, this game's like, how can I put it? The sound design that they engineered to play whenever you hit somebody and kill them, it don't feel right unless it's a headshot. It don't feel right. Like, that right there, I don't know why that wasn't a headshot. But I'm really, like, I don't want to say mad, because I'm not mad. It's just like, I need more. Right? Like, that really should have been a headshot. And if you watched my streams, you'll know that like 80% of the shots that I take end up being headshots. And I don't take a lot of shots. And where'd I hit this guy? Pretty much in his chest. Pretty much. That goes to show you the power of the M82. And so, once again, for all you, viewers of my channel that say, Jet, you need to take a secondary with your sniper rifle. Here's the thing. The person that I kill, I take their weapon and use it as a secondary. Because it gives me that sense of completion. That sense of upgrading. But before I can even finish that thought, there's one person up there. I'm tracking them. And yes, my bag is trying to put me off into the air. I don't know what's going on. Devs, if you get it out for me, DM me. We can settle it there. Because what the hell with this bag? What the hell? What the hell? Now I'm going to place a glint right here. Just in case somebody comes to walk by and they're going to think twice like, oh crap, I'm being aimed at. In hindsight, I shouldn't use glint unless I'm already spotted. Because when they see glint, what's the first thing they're going to do? Run. If not, take cover. And there goes my, how can I put this? The potential opportunity for them to stand still and like loot something. Because think about it. If you see glint right? And you don't know what to do. What's the first thing you're going to do? Go on the cover. But as I'm talking about Glint, this guy doesn't even notice it. And so I'm watching him. And yes, there's a person down there. You probably won't see him because, you know, dark map, dark colored clothes on this one Outlander. But you may see him against the grayness of the rocks. And you see, for that exact reason, see, now look, he's right there in my crosshairs. For that exact reason, you will always see me go prone on these ridgelines on Fjellkanten. Because the instant you stand up and like your silhouette is against the gray sky, you're spotted. And that's when you're dealt with. Now, if you're screaming at your phone or TV, Jet, why didn't you shoot him? I'm trying to figure out what he's doing. He could lead me to another player. He could be leading me straight to an exit, in which case, yeah, I missed my shot, but hey, it's not the end of the world. Not even mad at that. And so I'll pull back. But then I go back up to only realize that this man... Wait a minute, what is he doing? What is he doing? He was going for the buried cache. That had to be what he was doing. He was going for the buried cache, because why else would you come in this direction? If he wasn't going for the buried cache, he's seen the buried cache dug up and thought, I wonder what is in here. And that's all the M82 needs. Now, this weapon is very powerful, right? We all know that. We all have gotten hit by it probably. We all heard it go off. But the moment you don't hit somebody's chest, you will be shaking your head. Like, how the hell did that not hit? And so I come up here to the buried cache spot and look at that huge behind bloodstain. Hit that man right in the stomach. Because he was like bent over searching the dirt. And you know it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Now, he has a whole SG-1 on him. Talk about upgrades. But here's the thing I want y'all to realize. The M82 and the SG-1 take the same ammunition. And so if I get into a real gunfight, I'm at a disadvantage. Because what if I hit somebody twice with this SG-1 and they don't die, but yet I spit an entire clip? Then I gotta pull out my M82 and attempt to finish the job. But by that point, the SG-1 would have took up so much ammunition that I wouldn't have enough ammo to really and truly try to secure a kill with the M82. And you see, this is why I wonder, well, this is why I think this is a sign of a really not inexperienced, but they need more encounters kind of player. If you see a loadout on the pre-lobby screen, let's say it's a H-Bar-T and M16. Let's say it's an MP5 and a Sumi. Let's say it is a UZ, no, not UZ, UK VZ59 and a PKM. Let's say it's a G, there you go. Let's say it's a G3 and what, a Mosin? No, an SVU and a Mosin. And then again, using the SVU, they're probably experienced. But my point is this. If you see a player that has two guns that take the same ammunition, in my opinion, they're on the extreme. What do I mean by that? They're either extremely inexperienced or they're extremely experienced. Because you don't take out two weapons with the same ammunition unless you take a shit ton of ammunition. And so, with that being said, if you take out a shit ton of ammunition, you're going to try to get a shit ton of kills. You know what I'm saying? So, if you don't believe me, if you were to go back into my Vigor playlist and find all the Fjellkanten videos, you're going to find a major few of them that's going to be nothing but ammunition. Not ammunition, but players carrying ammunition. And not a lot of loot. Now, get back to the gameplay here. So you see my objective has changed. My objective has changed to scope. Jet, what are you scoping out? This area. Not this area right here that I'm in right now, but the airdrop area. I'm going to make a bit of a reference here. If y'all have ever watched the Fast and Furious series, I believe there's one line that is said in like 2 movies. Too fast? Or, no, it's a quote that says, too soon, Junior, or you did it too early. That's in reference to somebody hitting their nitrous too early, and then they, like return to normal speed, and then a second person hits their nitrous, and then they go flying past. Keep that in mind as this video plays out. Now, what we do know is there is somebody, if not a transmitter, there is a signal detected, as the game would say, near the container. And so I'm watching said container. I'm not going straight up into it, because if it's near the container, I believe that's a person. Because who in their right mind would put a transmitter next to the container? And sure enough, that's a whole Beagle going off. And so right here, I think, should I place Glint down right here to make him waste his ammunition? And I believe, as I stand up on one knee, I'm going to do it. Now, I'm going to try to back away, but to a point where my silhouette is hidden. Now that I'm in visual cover behind these rocks, I'm just going to keep moving. I'm going to keep moving. And I'm looking to see if I can see anything, but Fjellkanten is dark. But darkness has no effect on sound. And I'm looking, I'm just like, bro, where's this man at? I hear him, but I don't see him. Okay, now, I thought he was shooting at a person. No, he's shooting off the locks on the container. And I'm like, maybe I can pull off a shot or two with this SG-1? But no, he knows what he's doing. Notice no mortar strikes either. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, I decided to relocate. Change hills, and come over here. But then I get pinged. So there goes my element of surprise. But check this out. Remember when I said that the Fast and Furious reference that, too soon, Junior? I used my PSD too early. And so he only used his PSD to ensure that he could go for the container and then come out scot-free. Now, I could go for him in pure radiation, but who do you think is going to win in pure radiation? A guy with dark clothes and the fastest firing assault rifle in the game, I'm pretty sure. If not, correct me in the comment section down below. Y'all probably are going to anyway. Or a person with an SG-1. And by the way, yes, he had 2 PSDs. A person with an SG-1 wearing white clothes in a dark Fjellkanten surrounded by green bushes. Now, if you're an absolute madman who listens to NBA Youngboy and has an AKM on them, you probably will rush them anyway. Because AKM. Matter of fact, AKM spelled backwards is NBA. Yes, I said that. And so I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm going to take this SG-1 that I got off some poor soul, and I'm going to leave. Here's something that I want you all to realize. There is no obligation for you to stay for the entire encounter. Number one. Number two, there is no signed pact that says every time you hear something or see a player, you must attempt to kill them. You don't have to get into every gun. Wow, that's 10,000 XP. What the hell? Oh wait, this is doubled. Yeah, this is double XP weekend. At the time of this video, at the time of this encounter played, it was double XP weekend. And I'm surprised because it's not double XP weekend at the time of this recording. I'm like, what the hell? But like I was saying, there is no obligation for you to shoot at everybody that you see. There is none. And so if you feel like, okay, I've done well enough, I got enough materials, I got enough chemicals, I've got enough fuel, electronics, or, in a rare case, I've gotten enough kills, I'm going to leave now. That is completely fine. You don't have to push yourself even more. You don't have to. Unless you're actively trying to get better at the game and willing to take on more risk to get more reward, that's fine. But you don't have to push yourself so far to the point where you lose everything. And it all starts at that point when you think, I should kill him. Or, I can grab that barred house at the end of the encounter. 9 times out of 10, that never works out. So just keep all that in mind. I hope you all have enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until next time, peace.